Vocabulary list 31 is about people. So we'll start with the sign for people. You want two P hand shapes. A P naturally has your palm facing down. And then you're going to do little circles for the motion. The location is just right here in your um, neutral space in front of you. So people. Person can be signed two ways. The initialized version has those very same P's just down, kind of like the agent suffix, but with P's, right? So that's one sign for person. Lately, as ASL, more people signing ASL throw out those initialized signs, person is also very commonly signed as just like the agent suffix, right? Person. All right, baby is probably what you would expect as if you're holding a baby. I'm putting my arms out a little bit, but really they're right here next to your, like your torso, your stomach, baby. Swing back and forth. Child is a flat hand shape, bent in half, held down here like a short person, right? Child. Children is two flat hand shapes, and it's kind of like, I imagine a picture of all the kids in a family standing in line from tallest to shortest, right? Children. It's like you're touching the tops of the heads of each child standing in that little order. All right, the next sign is older. Kind of like you would say older brother, older sister, all right? So there are two ways to sign this. I don't know which one is more common, really. I've seen, this one's probably less common, and the one I'll show you in a minute is probably more common. But older or taller, as this is how it's shown in your Master ASL book as well, is like older. So kind of think like my big brother. Doesn't matter if he's really taller, but big brother, older brother, okay, older. I have also seen just old, and then you put your thumb up for like more old than me, older, older. I see this one more. This one's probably more strictly ASL. All right, so similarly with younger. So if you're saying I have a younger sister, you would do little, shorter, little sister, younger sister. Okay, so whereas older comes up, younger comes down, younger. But I've also seen young, so this is the sign for young, younger. And I've seen it with one hand too, even though young is really this way, younger. All right, marry. So you want two flat hand shapes that are kind of curved a little bit, or well, we'll call them two closed five hand shapes that are curved a little bit because it's not flat. Your non-dominant hand will have your palm facing up, your dominant hand will have your palm facing down, and you're going to bring together two people in marriage, okay? Marry. Okay. Divorce, I saw this way for many decades, but learned recently from a deaf friend a different way of signing divorce. So what's shown in your Master ASL book, as well as the one that I've seen most, is 2D hand shapes going away. So you start with your palms facing each other, and then you turn them away from each other. Divorce. Okay, the way that my friend signs it, who is divorced, she starts with the sign, like, so the way that you end the sign for marry, she starts that way and then go away. Break up, basically. Break up a marriage. So divorce. So you can sign it either way. The sign for man. We're going to do man, woman, boy, girl, husband, and wife, which all are gender signs. The masculine ones will be in this area. The feminine ones will be in this area. They will be the same hand shape, the same palm orientation, and the same movement. They will just have a different location. So the masculine ones are up here because hats were worn on the top of the head back in the day. Well, they still are, I suppose. And back then, women, back then I mean when ASL was developed, women would tie their hats or bonnets underneath their chins. So you've got the male hats up here and the female hats down here. So that's how the genders are differentiated. Okay. So again, the hand shapes, the palm orientation, and the movements in these sort of sign pairs are going to be the same. It's just the location that's different. All right, so man, you want a 5-hand shape. You start with putting your thumb on your forehead and then to your chest, okay? Man. Woman will be the same hand shape, the same palm orientation, and the same movement, only you start at the chin and go down because again, masculine, feminine, okay? Woman. Boy, again, relates to a hat. So a boy, you think of a boy wearing a baseball cap, boy. I've also seen it this way, boy or boy. So think about what is that, a brim of a baseball hat. Girl comes directly from the sign, from the idea of tying a bonnet. Okay, so it's an A hand shape. And with your thumb, you're going to just go along your jawline where a bonnet would tie. Okay, girl. Girl. Husband. So if you combine the signs for man and marry, you get husband. So you start with a 5-hand shape with your thumb, like you're starting the sign for man. You start up here, but then you end with a sign for marriage. Husband. Wife, same thing. You start with the sign for woman, but then you end with the sign for marriage. Wife. All right. Young, we just went over just a minute ago. Young. 2 flat hand shapes that are bent a little. Fingers on your pecs, and then move up a little bit. Young. Teenager. Teenager is, it comes from a combination of the sign for man and woman, but it's got the initialized T for teenager, and you start up here and you come down. Teenager. Teenager. You can also go up. I usually see it coming down, but there's that. Okay, single. So we went over married and divorced. What about single? You want a 1-hand shape, your palm facing sideways. You touch one side of your mouth and the other side. Single. Single. And that's vocabulary list 33. Nope, 31.